Coming up on 5 Minute News. Study finds COVID-19 vaccine may reduce virus transmission. Myanmar charges Suu Kyi, giving legal basis to detain her. And House Republicans resist pressure to oust lawmaker. It's Thursday, February 4. I'm Anthony Davis. AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine shows a hint that it may reduce transmission of the virus and offers strong protection for 3 months on just a single dose, researchers said on Wednesday, in an encouraging turn in the campaign to suppress the outbreak. The preliminary findings from Oxford University, a co-developer of the vaccine, could vindicate the British government's controversial strategy of delaying the vaccine shot for up to 12 weeks so that more people can be quickly given a first dose. Up to now, the recommended time between doses has been 4 weeks. The research could also bring scientists closer to an answer to one of the big questions about the vaccination drive. Will the vaccines actually curb the spread of the coronavirus? It's not clear what implications, if any, the findings might have for the 2 other major vaccines being used in the West, Pfizer and Moderna. In the United States, Dr. Anthony Fauci dismissed the idea of deliberately delaying second shots, saying the US will go by the science and data from the clinical trials. The 2 doses of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are supposed to be given 3 and 4 weeks apart. Still, the research appears to be good news in the desperate effort to arrest the spread of the virus, and also suggests a way to ease vaccine shortages into more arms more quickly. But it was unclear whether the vaccines could also suppress transmission of the virus, that is, whether someone inoculated could still acquire the virus without getting sick and spread it to others. As a result, experts have been saying that even people who have been vaccinated should continue to wear masks and keep their distance from others. Myanmar's authorities charged the country's deposed leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, with possessing illegally imported walkie-talkies, her allies said on Wednesday, a move that gives the generals who overthrew her legal grounds to detain her for 2 weeks. The charge came to light 2 days after Suu Kyi was placed under house arrest and appeared to be an effort to lend a legal veneer to her detention, though the generals have previously kept her and others locked up for years. The military announced on Monday that it would take power for 1 year, accusing Suu Kyi's government of not investigating allegations of voter fraud in recent elections. Suu Kyi's party swept that vote, and the military-backed party did poorly. National League for Democracy spokesman Kai To confirmed the charge against Suu Kyi that carries a maximum sentence of 3 years in prison. He also said the country's ousted president, Win Myint, was charged with violating the natural disaster management law. A leaked charge sheet dated February 1st indicated they can be held until February 15th. At the same time that authorities were working to keep Suu Kyi in detention, hundreds of lawmakers who had been forced to stay at government housing after the coup were told on Wednesday to leave the capital city within 24 hours and go home, said a member of parliament from Suu Kyi's party who was among the group. The coup was a dramatic backslide for Myanmar, which had been making progress toward democracy, and highlighted the extent to which the generals have ultimately maintained control in the Southeast Asian country. Republicans in the US House of Representatives on Wednesday opted not to punish newcomer Marjorie Taylor Greene for incendiary comments, including support for violence against Democrats, and turned back an attempt to oust a leader who had voted to impeach Donald Trump. The twin actions taken in a closed-door meeting amounted to an uneasy truce for a party that has faced internal strife following Trump's tumultuous presidency. By a vote of 145 to 61, Republicans voted not to strip Representative Liz Cheney from her position as the number 3 House Republican. Cheney, like 9 other House Republicans, had voted to impeach Trump on charges of insurrection after the deadly January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. The other 197 had voted against impeachment. Republicans also decided not to take action against Green, who has propagated a series of unfounded conspiracy theories and has been a vocal supporter of Trump's false assertion that the 2020 presidential election was stolen from him. Leader Kevin McCarthy said Green had renounced her contentious past comments, including her support for the QAnon conspiracy theory. Green still faces an effort by Democrats who control the House to strip her of her 2 high-profile committee assignments, with a vote likely on Thursday. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.